Welcome, chosen ones. Let this message resonate deeply with your spirit. The devil may be powerful, but even his hands tremble when it comes to the chosen ones. Think about that for a moment. While most people live in constant fear of dark forces, here's a truth that will keep you up for all the right reasons. If you are truly chosen, no demon, no dark entity, no shadowy force can lay a finger on you. Why? Because your destiny is not ordinary. It is sealed with divine protection, a spiritual force field so unbreakable that even the darkest spirits whisper, "Not today." You ever wonder why, despite the chaos around you, you continue to rise? It's not luck. It's God placing you front and center, giving you a clear view of your enemies as they scramble in defeat. And let me tell you, the look on their faces when they realize they can't touch you? Priceless. Here's the truth. Your life is built on a foundation that dark forces cannot breach. You are untouchable, operating on a divine frequency that darkness cannot comprehend, let alone reach. Let's dive deeper into the reasons why the chosen ones are a force that even the devil himself fears. The energy of a chosen one is unmatched, vibrating on a level so high that it's beyond the comprehension of dark forces. Think of it as tuning into a radio station that doesn't exist on their dial. Demons and malevolent entities are confined to lower vibrations, feeding off fear, doubt, and negativity. But you? Your essence is like a celestial symphony they cannot hear. You don't just operate in a different realm. You live in a realm they cannot access. Their attacks bounce off you like pebbles against a fortress wall. It's not about being defensive. It's that they can't even begin to grasp your essence. To them, you're a beacon of light so radiant it's blinding. They scatter, powerless, because your very presence disrupts their plans. Your destiny isn't subject to negotiation. Long before dark forces ever plotted against you, God had already sealed your fate in divine ink. No demon, no scheme, no force can rewrite what God has ordained. Think of it as a celestial contract with your name on it, and there's no room for edits, cancellations, or interference. Every attempt to harm you only reinforces your divine path. Their efforts are absorbed into the divine plan, transforming obstacles into stepping stones. What they meant for evil is repurposed for your growth. This isn't just protection. It's a divine guarantee that your life's purpose will prevail. When you walk with the confidence of someone whose destiny is sealed, every move you make becomes unstoppable. Demons thrive on manipulation and deceit, weaving their influence in the shadows where their schemes can go unnoticed. They plant seeds of fear, doubt, and confusion, hoping you'll unknowingly nurture them with your thoughts and energy. Their power lies in subtlety, relying on their ability to remain hidden while pulling the strings. But as a chosen one, the moment you become aware of their tactics, their power begins to unravel. Awareness is their greatest enemy because it shines a light on their tricks, rendering them powerless. Your understanding acts as both a shield and a sword. It blocks their attempts to infiltrate your mind and cuts through their web of lies with the clarity of divine truth. They rely on secrecy, but you expose them with the light you carry. Their entire strategy collapses when faced with someone who sees through the illusions they so carefully craft. This knowledge terrifies them because they cannot manipulate what is no longer blind to their schemes. The clarity you possess is their defeat. It neutralizes their efforts, leaving them scrambling in confusion and fear. By simply recognizing their games, you strip them of their power, ensuring their attempts fail before they even begin. Here's a powerful truth. The war against you was lost before it even began. From the moment you were chosen, your victory was written into the divine blueprint of your life. Your story is sealed with God's promise, making every trap, every scheme, and every attack against you utterly futile. You are a living testament to the scripture that proclaims, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." The forces of darkness know this truth, yet they still attempt to resist it, only to fail repeatedly. Dark forces pour their energy into trying to derail you, hoping to disrupt the divine purpose attached to your life. but every strike they launch only reinforces their defeat. Each failed attempt reminds them of their ultimate powerlessness against someone protected and elevated by God. The harder they push, the more their plans unravel, exposing their inability to alter what has already been divinely ordained. Your life is anchored to a purpose that cannot be undone. Their efforts to stop you are not only ineffective, they highlight the profound truth of your calling. They are fighting a battle they were destined to lose, and your unwavering progress is proof that God's plan for you remains unstoppable. The authority you carry as a chosen one is undeniable and unmatched. You are not just protected by divine power, you walk in dominion, a position of spiritual superiority that commands respect and instills fear in the forces of darkness. While dark forces thrive in environments of chaos, fear, and confusion, your very presence disrupts their strongholds. When you step into a room, it is not merely you who enters. It is the spiritual authority bestowed upon you by the Creator. This authority radiates from you like a beacon of light, causing them to scatter in panic. Your life is not about mere survival. It's about dominance over darkness. You don't just withstand their attacks, you dismantle their influence entirely, rendering their schemes powerless. They avoid you not out of preference, but because they have no other choice. The energy you carry is too great for them to endure, and they recognize the divine hand that moves with you. This authority isn't just acknowledged, it is deeply feared. Darkness cannot coexist with the light you bring. Where they sow confusion, you bring clarity. Where they stir fear, you exude peace. Your dominion isn't a passive shield, it is an active force that nullifies their presence entirely. You are more than a threat, you are their undoing, a living testament to the power and purpose that cannot be challenged. In your presence, they are reminded of their limits and the futility of opposing someone so deeply aligned with divine truth. Fear is the weapon of choice for demons, their most potent tool for gaining control and sowing destruction. It is the gateway they use to manipulate thoughts, distort reality, and pull people into despair. Fear creates doubt, hesitation, and a sense of powerlessness, all of which are fertile ground for darkness to thrive. But as a chosen one, fear does not rule your heart or dictate your actions. Your mindset is grounded in faith, a divine confidence that places you beyond their reach. This shift in energy is profound. It creates a divine firewall around you, an impenetrable barrier that dark forces cannot cross. When fear comes knocking, you don't answer. You do not entertain the lies, the threats, or the chaos it brings. And this refusal confounds them. Their entire strategy is built on the assumption that you'll buckle under pressure, that fear will paralyze you, and that they can exploit your uncertainty. But when you remain steadfast, their power disintegrates, leaving them frustrated and powerless. Your courage doesn't just protect you, it sends a resounding message to the spiritual realm. Fear has no place here. It declares that your trust lies not in what is seen, but in the divine hand that guides your steps. This unwavering faith is your shield, and it turns every attack back on itself. The more they try to stir fear, the more they reveal their own powerlessness. In the presence of a chosen one walking boldly in faith, fear has no foothold, and darkness loses its grip entirely. Demons rely heavily on predictability. They are masters of studying human behavior, analyzing patterns, and identifying weaknesses they can exploit. They thrive when people fall into cycles of fear, doubt, and hesitation, behaviors they know how to manipulate. But when it comes to chosen ones, their strategies fall apart. You don't play by the rules of the world or adhere to predictable patterns. Instead, your actions are guided by divine purpose, making you both unpredictable and unshakable. They expect fear, but you stand firm in faith. They anticipate hesitation, but you move forward with unwavering confidence. When they try to push you into doubt, you counter with boldness rooted in trust. This refusal to follow their script throws them into chaos. They cannot map out your next move or anticipate how you'll respond, leaving them powerless to control or influence you. You are a mystery they cannot solve, a force they cannot manipulate. And this confusion doesn't just frustrate them, it weakens their ability to act. Their entire strategy depends on predictability, but when faced with someone aligned with divine truth, their plans unravel. You disrupt their tactics simply by being authentically guided by God, leaving them baffled and defeated. Demons thrive in chaos, feeding on fear, confusion, and turmoil to gain control. But your peace? It's an unshakable force that disrupts their plans at their very core. This peace doesn't come from living a life free of challenges. Instead, it flows from your profound connection to the divine, a source of strength that remains constant even in the midst of storms. While others may falter under pressure or panic in trials, you walk with a calm assurance that God is guiding your path. This unyielding peace is their greatest frustration. They scheme to stir confusion, hoping to cloud your judgment, yet you remain steady and clear-minded. They attempt to plant seeds of doubt in your heart, but your faith serves as fertile ground only for truth, leaving their efforts to wither and fail. Every attempt they make to disrupt your life only serves to highlight their powerlessness. Your peace doesn't just shield you, it actively dismantles their influence. It renders their tools ineffective, turning their chaos into silence. By walking in divine calmness, you not only protect yourself but also send a resounding message. I am untouchable, and darkness has no hold here. In the spiritual realms, your name is more than a mere identifier. It resonates as a declaration of divine authority and purpose. It is marked by power, imbued with the backing of the Creator himself, and recognized by every force in existence. Dark forces know your name, and the sound of it sends tremors through their ranks. They understand that you are not ordinary. You are chosen, protected, and elevated by a divine mandate that places you beyond their reach. When they even consider coming against you, they are stopped in their tracks by the weight of the consequences. It's as if your name carries a celestial warning label. Do not touch. This isn't just caution. It's fear born of recognition. They see the divine authority you wield, the angelic armies that stand at your side, and the impenetrable purpose surrounding you. Their fear isn't irrational. It's a response to the reality of who you are. To them, you are untouchable, a living embodiment of divine truth and power. With every step you take, you remind them that their schemes are futile, their plans powerless against the force of God's will that surrounds your life. Darkness thrives in secrecy, feeding on fear, doubt, and ignorance where its schemes can go unnoticed. But your light? It's a brilliant spotlight that penetrates even the deepest shadows, exposing every hidden agenda and deceitful plan. Demons rely on manipulation and deception, weaving lies to trap the unsuspecting. Yet your very existence brings clarity, dismantling their tricks before they even take hold. You don't have to fight or struggle to expose them. Your presence alone does the work. Imagine this. As soon as you step into a situation, the forces of darkness scatter, scrambling like cockroaches fleeing from a sudden burst of light. That's the undeniable power of your authenticity. Your unwavering alignment with truth disrupts their strategies, leaving them powerless and disoriented. They can't operate in the radiant presence of someone so deeply connected to divine purpose. Your light doesn't just reveal their schemes, it renders them ineffective. Darkness cannot survive where truth and clarity reign. By simply standing firm in who you are, walking in the authority you've been given, you become a beacon of divine power that makes manipulation and fear crumble to dust. Darkness cannot compete with the brilliance you carry. Simply by existing, you embody a profound challenge to everything dark forces represent. Your life is not merely a sequence of moments. It is a living testament to light, love, and divine purpose. Every breath you take, every step you make, and every choice guided by faith sends an unyielding message to the spiritual realm. Darkness has no place here. You carry within you the unmistakable imprint of divine truth, a light so radiant that it illuminates even the deepest shadows. You don't need to shout, struggle, or engage in endless battles. Your mere presence is a declaration of victory, a bold statement that the forces of darkness cannot refute. It is not your actions alone, but the essence of who you are, a being aligned with divine will, that repels and unsettles them. Darkness trembles before the clarity, peace, and strength you exude, for it cannot stand against the power of truth. Every moment you live authentically in alignment with your divine calling, you dismantle the schemes of darkness simply by refusing to bow to fear or despair. You are not just surviving. You are radiating an unstoppable truth that darkness can neither comprehend nor withstand. As a chosen one, solitude is never your reality. You walk with the constant presence of angelic forces, divine allies who are tirelessly working on your behalf. These are not passive guardians silently observing from a distance. They are powerful enforcers of God's will, ensuring that your path is protected, guided, and clear of anything that seeks to derail your divine purpose. Their mission is not merely to shield you, but to actively pave the way for your destiny, transforming obstacles into stepping stones and adversities into avenues of growth. Every challenge you face is met with their supernatural intervention, turning what seems impossible into a demonstration of divine power. When the enemy attempts to attack, these heavenly forces rise like an impenetrable wall, deflecting harm and using every trial to strengthen your resolve. You are fortified by a spiritual army that not only protects but empowers you. This divine reinforcement ensures that every setback becomes a setup for your success. With them by your side, you are truly unstoppable, moving through life with the confidence that every step you take is divinely orchestrated and supported by a force that no darkness can overcome. Your life is a masterpiece, a divine story written in celestial ink. You are not just a traveler in this world. You are a beacon of light, a disruptor of darkness, and a force that even the devil fears. Your journey is fortified by divine protection, guided by purpose, and illuminated by truth. Every step you take is a testament to God's unwavering plan for your life, and every challenge you face only amplifies your brilliance. So, stand tall, chosen one. Shine your light boldly and without hesitation. The world needs your radiance, your strength, and your unwavering faith. Remember, the heavens celebrate your every step, cheering you on as you walk in purpose and power. Let this message fill your spirit with hope and courage as you continue your divine journey. If this message has resonated with you, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like this video. Share it with those who need encouragement. Together, let us rise stronger, brighter, and more united than ever before. Thank you for being here and see you in the next video.